one of the greatest lessons I learned in life is that politics is everywhere. Because politics is about who gets what, when and how. It's about the allocation of resources, whether at home, whether in a community, whether in a church, whether in university. It is about how much you pay at the university and what services do you get and who controls the money that you pay as a university students. So university students ought to understand that they ought to get into public space and represent students. But beyond that, when we're in the university, we used to say we are the torch bearers of society. So when you're in university, you don't just represent yourself, but you represent a bunch of other young people who have not made it to the university. So you are the torch bearer of society for your other brothers and sisters who did not make it to tertiary university. So the first and most important duty of all young revolutionaries is that revolutionaries are readers. So you must read, don't be ideologically vacuous. This country is where it is because of a lack of a vision. Lack of a vision starts from deficit of ideas and lack of an understanding about the vision of the future of this country. So young people and young students ought to be permanent visitors and members of the library, whether through the beauty of the internet or the traditional methods that we were subjected to when we were still at university. So I urge young people to read. Leaders are readers. So you have to read, you have to understand. Read political philosophy. Don't read novels. It's important, of course, for leisure, but you must read political literature because leaders ought to understand the ideological impetus and direction that our country is going to. Secondly, obviously, young revolutionaries must understand that every revolution starts with having a vanguard, and the vanguard is younger people. This country was liberated by young people, and this country, to get political independence against Ian Douglas Smith, it was the younger Joshua Ngoma, the younger Robert Mugabe, the younger Josiah Makamba Tongogara, the younger Nikita Mangena that liberated our country. They were locating themselves within the Fanonian equation. What is the Fanonian equation? It says every generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it or betray. So I urge you, younger people, to either fulfill your mission or betray it. We chose to fulfill our mission. That's why we're fighting. That's why we're prepared to leave our sweat and blood for the liberation and democratization of our country. So you ought to discover what is your generational mission and make a decision, and conscious decision. Either you fulfill your generational obligation or you abandon it. We did not abandon our generational obligation. That's why we're fighting. So until then, I say Aluta. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dizo.
Dizo.